send them the difference back.
Can I have not this in the picture the whole time?
No explanation.
Is that yours?
I'll put it down. But we're going.
Yours? Show me yours.
Yes, well, yeah, but you're not doing.
We got about a minute before we're gonna start.
Yeah, that's not.
Hi, Mom. I always have to say that. I'm recording, I have to say hi to my mom. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited that you're here. It's about the time to get started. I know that the Zoom is getting ready. She's gonna point at me and say, roll. Oh, she's perfect. My name is Angie Morthland. I am one of the many amazing board members that are here today. We have Roy Cole, we have Bill Marvin, Sandy Planasek, Donna Fowler, let's see here, Pat Smith, I want to say all the time. Leanne's over here, Carla's in the back over there, Mary Ann's hiding over there. Am I missing anybody? Future board members, right? No, sorry. There's a couple of future board members. I'm so excited because this is the first in a series that we will probably get to do because of, I want to say this, our 3 board members. One is brand new, I didn't know was coming, and I'm so excited because of this. It's great. But Greg was talking to me, Greg Tyson, over here, Greg. He was talking to me after the last presentation. He says, you know, the best things about this is all those stories we get told about after the program. You know, you're over here talking about something, and I love this one. I mean, someone brought up, have you read the Blue Book yet? Well, because of a story, now I have the Blue Book to read. Someone else said, do you have any at all idea who was living in town maybe in the 60s or 70s? Well, our library has all the phone books. Sure, yes we do, so we can do that. Another one got brought up about, I bought a cabin and it's got this book in here. How important is it? And it's Mackinaw Memories, like very important, do not lose it. It goes with the cabin. So it's kind of a nice thing, but it's all the stories inside these pages that we don't always get to hear. So today, we have 3 illustrious speakers that will tell stories, or you know,
listeners,
wise gentlemen. I have Roy Cole here. Everybody say hi to Roy.
Hi, Roy.
Introduce your friend so I say his name right.
I'm going to miss
Don Geske, and I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And growing up, my dad brought us up here numerous times as the bridge was being built, and you'll see what slides he took. And I have never seen the original bridge walk on Facebook or anything. The one that's out there, I have no idea what year it is. And,
Well, maybe we can find that out in this.
yes.
And then we have Greg Tyson, who was the brainchild truly of this. He just volunteered for it, but didn't know he did. But what you want her?
Yeah, come here.
Your wife?
Yeah.
you.
I'm right here.
I want you to take a picture.
Here, I'll get it.
Oh, she's good.
No, I'll give it to you.
No, you take it.
Okay, well, without further ado, today it's called Tell the Stories. 3 people walked in and asked about different things. One was about a hay fever club. If you guys know anything about that, if not, that'll be a future program that we'll have to research and find out about.
You're going to have to go older than I am.
I'm not gonna touch that. So, hi everybody in Zoom.
And that's one of the reasons we were up here so much, because my mom had hay fever so bad.
See, where is she? Yep, there it is. So without further ado, Roy's gonna talk about a few things, and I'm sure you'll chime in. You're gonna talk about a few things, and then we'll chime in, and then we'll take questions from the audience about things that you may want to learn about. And I have, one of my volunteers, Martha's got a pad of paper, and every time someone says something like the Hay Fever Club, she'll write it down so that we'll research it and get back with it. Ready, guys?
Anytime, no.
Here, we will see that.
Here, you gotta open it up.
I will get it, you ready?
You can't take it, can you?
Oh, I just took it. Have a great program, guys.
All right. So, Greg, go first, you want me to go first?
You're gonna have to talk louder than that.
Okay, well, I sort of got this thing going, but I wasn't prepared to be saying anything. I knew that I was gonna be introduced to Roy's friend Don,
That's all you need.
and Don's gonna be the master on this, but I did mention to some of the audience, Mary, for example, in the audience, you know, as we were chit-chatting and so forth, undoubtedly, some of you will also remember certain things, and I think that was one of the features of a gathering like this, is that instead of having one or two or three people reminisce, many of you, I'm sure, have little snippets of stories. I was talking to Rory, and I think that's the part about when you get old enough, I have little flashbacks of whether it's the bridge or the vacation land or the fort, the archaeological work, and I have little bits and pieces. But I think I also many times say, gee whiz, I wish I could call Dad up and talk to him, because he would know, or my grandpa or whoever. But I know I'm getting old. When you mentioned phone book, when we mentioned that to our grandkids. Charlotte was 11 at the time. She didn't know what a phone book was. Oh my goodness, so she got a phone book for Christmas last year. So, phone book, and of course, you come from the city or something, phone books are like this, and you rip a phone book. So, you're getting old when? What's a phone book? But, okay, so.
Well,
Roy, you're up.
so yeah, so you see all these pictures in the back, books full of pictures, and in the back here, those are all mine. I've collected over the years all this old stuff from Mackinaw, and so go through them. And got any questions at the end? I'm more than happy to try to answer. What you're seeing in those books or in the pictures. That'll be the end. We'll have the verbal. In the meantime, I've got a few short videos I like to play of Mackinaw City. The first one. One's an hour long, so we won't play that.
I think it's an only.
So let's go with start with the Mackinaw Bridge celebration. Now, the local people, you remember the Sheboygan Tribune?
Sure.
They had the Chickawaukee girls, was it? The Indian girls that used to dance around. It was part of the Sheboygan Tribune deal. Well, at the bridge dedication, you'll see them. They were part of the dedication on the boat, on the celebration. From the boat, they come to Mackinaw City, got off on the dock, and they went into, we know it as the Embers restaurant. Back then, there was a Manitou, then there was the Nokomis Hotel. And I don't remember the Nokomis. I don't have a picture. The only one that I know that remembers Nokomis was Fred Wallen, Paul Wallen's dad. He said he worked there as a kid at the Nokomis Hotel. So when I play the video, it's maybe 8-10 minutes long, whatever. When you get to the hotel, you can see the sign up there. And then when you go in and into the hotel, so let's. Oh, that's before the bridge.
Technology worked earlier.
Yeah, no. I mean, let's go back. That's the hour long one. We don't want that one.
I should ask, who was around when the bridge was built? Okay. Who remembers walking the bridge early on in the 50s, 60s, 70s?
All right.
I did it, but I don't remember.
This is a Straits Bridge celebration, okay? Now these videos that I'm showing you is stuff I picked up online, I bought on the 8mm or 35mm, whatever they were, and I sent them in and had them put on of course, iMemories, and they had them put on video. So let's start the video. Okay, they're starting out and saying this.
Do you know any of those people, Roy? Did they
Oh,
come
yeah.
with names? Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, no, know some of them.
Who's that?
The other I'm
My
not
dad
sure.
looking
There's
at the bridge.
Prentice, you'll see Prentice Brown, you'll see,
Okay.
Some of the engineers.
the builder,
Look at the tie, blowing in the breeze.
That's the governor, I think.
I think it's-
One of them was the governor.
so here they're,
Must have been pretty cold.
Yeah, probably him right in the middle there.
Wasn't it? November? Yeah, I was thinking. It can't be the first bridge walk, is it? Or is it just the
no, they're
inspection?
getting on the boat for the celebration for the. Okay, he's the builder.
Steinman.
Yeah.
He's happy.
That's a politician, gotta be.
They all take their hats off, that's hilarious.
Yes.
Except for the captain.
Yeah.
You do feel like you need something, music even in the background.
These are the girls from Sheboygan, Chickagami girls, they were part of the Sheboygan, newspaper.
No kidding. Be fun to know who they were.
And this came with no sound, Roy?
No song, no.
None of these old.
Maybe we could make it.
Yeah, yeah. I could sing for you.
On the drum.
So did you say you should go next and have them done?
I remember through Walgreens.
Okay, that looks real nice on it. The speed looks real nice.
Yeah, it has to be cold. My goodness.
Yeah.
Tucking up their coats.
Poor guy.
I don't think very politically correct now. I think that would not go today. Problem.
But it wasn't there and trying to be offensive.
I just think they're fun.
Look at the going out.
That's what I remember going out in the, with the bridge pictures, all that, it was always rough.
Shepler's had a bridge tour.
Is that the Shepler boat there?
No, that one's,
Fritz Lee?
Pleasure craft.
you know, Ferry Island, Ferry Island, I
Was
think.
it Fritz Lee's boat?
Building, yeah.
Okay.
Was it Fritz Lee's boat?
That was not, that was a passenger boat, came from St. Louis, called the Ferry Island, I think that one was. Okay, here they're on the dock in Mackinaw City now, they just got off the boat, and that's the fishing pier. No, okay, right there, Hotel Nokomis. I have no pictures, I have no clue But Fred Wallen remembers working there when it was called the Hotel Nokomis.
And where was it located?
Where the Embers, was now the Rusty Spoke.
Rusty Spoke.
Yeah, yep.
Hmm.
So they go inside for a meal. And I looked at the pictures, I mean, it's the same
Entry.
entrance and everything as the Manitou, yeah. I've searched it, yeah. You'll see, Neil Downing in here. He was the president of Mackinaw City.
Senior? Neil Downing Senior?
Senior, yeah, senior, yep.
If you get hungry, there are cookies in the back.
This is the way you wanna be remembered, right? Eating off a buffet.
It's dinner. It's dinner. It's dinner. Oh, they're back.
I just don't understand why they're there to begin with.
They were big, I don't know if they were all over the place back then. There's Neil right there.
Right here?
That's Neil Downing, yeah.
Which one?
Foreground.
Well,
The
you
one that's
gotta
looking
go-
at us with the glasses,
Clapham?
yep,
Yeah, Clapham.
Okay.
yep.
Are there any women in the audience besides the Indians?
I don't know.
I don't see any women in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
audience.
One or two.
Oh, there's
Oh, yeah, I
one.
see
Oh,
it.
yeah, I see two. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's a good song, guys.
Explain that.
Oh, the smoking pipes.
Next to the.
That is so unique.
But I have pictures of the Bridge Education Parade with the Indian girls in it.
Do you remember them, Roy? In person, do you remember seeing those girls?
I don't know the name of them.
Okay, that's the end of that. I have no idea. I got a lot of pictures of them.
Okay, I was just curious if anybody ever saw them in person. That's here. I was wondering if any of them are still alive. Okay. Yeah,
What was the name of those girls?
Right.
What was the name of the girls?
Gitchigami girls, or Gitchigami, something like that.
Gitchigami?
Yeah.
Who's that lady in Sheboygan that does all the history? No?
I hope we didn't bore you too much with that one.
No, that was fun.
Yeah, so, yeah. So the next one, let's do, the Gwilt moving to the house. So when the bridge went through, of course, all those houses in the path had to get moved or tore down or whatever. Gracie Gwilt, their house was one that got moved. So she had a video and I said, can I take it and put it on? She said, sure, go ahead. So this is Gracie Gwilt's, version of their house getting moved back when the bridge went through.
I didn't think of that. That house is empty.
Where was it originally? Must have been in the path of the bridge.
In the path of the bridge.
It was, yeah.
That's right. You can imagine that
Oh. What year do you think this is, Roy?
It's gotta be 56, 57.
56, 57.
7, yeah.
And it moved from where to where?
It was down, well, beyond, Nicolay Street, probably not on Jamaica, probably Jamaica, the corner of Jamaica and Nicolay on the bridge side.
Is it still standing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, it looks real nice too. It's a nice house now.
Is that the one she currently lives in?
Yes,
Oh.
it's on Central, yep.
The raspberries that we have at Heritage Village came from this area. Martha Darrow dug them up.
And she took them to her house and then shared them.
She shared them at her house where, Judy Bennett used to live, where Terry lives. And they were also at Martha Darrow.
Wonder how long it took. All day drive.
Oh, yeah.
String 'em.
If the
Gracie was here.
Steady.
Yeah.
Start with an S.
Okay, so that was into the, now it's shooting into the parade.
Okay.
We had a tank in Mackinaw?
Oh, yeah.
For the parade.
Feel very well
Parades.
protected.
Oh, what's that?
Missiles.
Missiles?
Wow.
The only company that's ever been in Mackinaw.
This must have been, west of the bridge then, huh, of, 75 bridge that, was this,
Yeah, west of it, yeah.
what, was that on the other side?
Oh, the
of
way
it?
it looks different. I'm not trying to place it.
I'm kinda,
But that car says Bridget Paquette on it, Bridget.
Oh.
She was born that same year.
That's a lunar eclipse?
He'll come back here, yeah, he'll come back here in a second. I wasn't videotaping.
It's a big old tractor.
Rowdy.
Old hill baler.
so was this 58 then?
I believe so.
June of 50.
All right.
Kinda interesting, my dad's got quite a few.
The rest of it's all flowers.
Movies.
So, that's Crazy Girl's video.
Okay, cool.
And we'll go down. I don't know, back out without doing this. So the roundhouse, okay? Everybody remembers the old roundhouse, the railroad roundhouse? Well, they had the big stack that went up there 100 feet, and there was 600 feet up in the air, whatever it was. Well, they blew the stack to bring it down. And Dave Paquette, this is Dave Paquette's video. I don't know if he took it or his dad took it or who took it, but they're standing where the Burger King is now. They're standing on that side, shooting when they were dynamite the stack. He told me it took 3 tries before it finally came down. So what you're gonna see in the beginning of the video is Mackinaw City High School, football. We got the floats and stuff.
Oh, the
The
homecoming.
homecoming, thank you, yeah. So you're gonna watch part of the homecoming before they blow the stack on the ground. If you're from Mackinaw City, you might enjoy watching it. So, here we go.
How many people
Is there a date
graduate
on
from
that?
Mackinaw City? All right, we got 2 in the 3, 4 in the house.
Is there a date on this, right?
5.
61, 2?
Are you in these pictures?
When did it come
How
down?
many were in your?
64, I think.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna get a little bit of footage of the homecoming. Back in 64.
Must have been mandatory to be in the band.
Yeah. That's Linda Sylvan?
Oh, yeah, Linda Silken,
Cars pulled.
Back when we had floats, that's fun. Oh, they were playing Sheboygan Catholic then,
Oh.
or Engadine, I guess could be either.
Okay, here's the deal, now here's the roundhouse. There's a big old stack,
So where was that located for us now?
where the Burger King is,
Okay.
Burger King,
El Zarape?
yeah.
That's where they're filming from.
You're filming, so it was across
It was
that
down,
parking lot?
down by where the,
Marathon,
crossings.
Texaco. So first fire, there you go, you see the smoke.
Yep, yep.
It didn't come down.
Oh, for the trains.
There's another, well, this one.
So they got rid of that to build a
Oh, this
crossing.
one, there she comes.
Oh.
Down it comes.
There goes history right there.
Yep.
long before that.
Yeah.
That wasn't the reason to do that, but.
Mike Kruger also has a copy of when they glue the stack. He's going to keep digging it out for me, but I haven't got it yet.
And what year was that? Approximately?
64, so it's in the 60s, I know. Was it? Yeah.
Was there a ladder on the outside of that? Like, would that tempt teenagers to climb it?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my
Okay.
question, yeah?
So there, the rest of us during Christmas, I won't play that. So those are the 3 shortest videos I got. The other ones are pretty long.
Let's give her a That must be a future show we're gonna have, Roy.
Exactly.
Longer video.
We can, yes,
Right.
yeah.
What's in the hour one, I'm curious?
Uh,
A constant, or is it a collection of small ones
No, it's a
spliced?
constant, what's it? Before the Bridge. It's really interesting, cause it's, Frank Kelly, does a lot of the talking in it, and different people, and it shows old footage of Mackinaw City. I could play just a little bit for you, I don't wanna spend too much time, but an hour is pretty, I don't wanna take up a whole lot of time. But it could be another program, yeah.
Opening of the majestic new Straits of Mackinaw Bridge ends a colorful chapter in Michigan's highway history.
I'm gonna jump around a
The
little
towering
bit.
bridge, the longest of its kind in the
Actually was built a little later than the Jeep, but she wasn't the original. They had
The Straits was purchased by members and operated as a passenger ferry between Mackinaw Island and the mainland.
the boat that's coming in is the Straits of Mackinaw, which was an automobile
It's
ferry.
really
At one
interesting.
time It was a double decker, and they used an elevator to put cars on the second deck.
Whose original
where that
movie
man
was
is
this?
standing up there
It's called,
But, the woman got killed. and,
Before the Bridge, yeah. Mark Howell.
Oh, someone produced
Mark Howell,
it.
he's the one who put it together, yeah.
And,
And I did get to meet Mark at one time.
you can see the cars on the upper deck here. That's how they.
But it's got a lot of old footage, it's pretty neat.
But in the later year, they cut that part off right there. From the pilot house on the bow here, they waited for a few days, I'll see what I can do for the department. And I got the job. I think politics helped a little bit, my father was.
He's in it quite a bit now.
Each days.
Frank Kelly, Attorney General.
Seemed to either be football players or somebody, some form of a political connection. But they were all kids who needed to work and were ambitious and they had to work hard. All of them in the highway department, and I had an appetite to work here.
The city of Sheboygan became part of the ferry fleet in 1937. She is the second oldest and the second smallest, holding 65 automobiles.
I had the only deckhand quarters that were on the passenger deck. And they looked good because it was the back of the passenger cabin.
Frank Kelly worked on the
Came
boat
down
when I
to
was
the
young.
fire hole. And if you
He's
were
got
on
some
ship,
good stories, yeah.
it's a
And that's probably good for another
It
show
is, yeah,
because they
yeah.
can barely hear it on the Zoom.
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
several.
So we'll click off that. So you want another program, that could be the whole thing though, an hour long.
I think we have a couple free dates in the next year, don't we, Roy?
Yeah, so we can play that.
All right.
So that's pretty much the videos I got. Now I'm gonna turn it over to Don. We're gonna plug in his thumb drive. Now, he's gonna tell his story.
How many in the audience come up on a regular basis, meaning like when you were a child, your parents brought you up? And you're still getting brought up by your mom, I see. That's good. And that's what his story is about, so it's kind of neat for all of us to be able to do that. I just decided to stay.
Start right at the very top.
Hold on. Yeah, find you here first.
Anybody need water at all during this intermission? Cookies?
I say this right here.
Bruce?
Yeah.
I do not have that, Marion.
Just Zoom, you
All
can see
right.
it later or something?
This is Don. Don's gonna take over.
So anyway, this is a boat that made out many cruises out to watch the bridge be built, and I'm on the right, and my brother's on the left, and my dad in the middle. And I tell you, I can't tell you how many trips we made out. So hit the next one. And the next one is very interesting. My question is, the train must have came up here, and they people must have went onto the Algoma to go to the island, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's the train.
Because see how the train is not ready to go onto the
No, yeah. The passenger train didn't go on the
Right.
chief.
right.
They just unloaded the people, go on the
because
Algoma, and they went to
the
the island.
Algoma
Yep.
loaded right on the other side of that. So I just thought that was a pretty interesting. So that's why I pulled that one off. So. All right, these are the pictures that my dad took as they're underway, and this is the city of Munising. And what I had them is this is in '55, so these pictures are all to date. They're, the ferries are kind of mixed up, but I left them in there for the date. So this is '55, and 55 the vacation land, and so this is the where the train was in front here. I'm saying that they loaded the Algoma, so, and there we are again. That's my mother, and I'm on the right.
Algoma too.
You look so cute.
They had blonde hair.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, I just threw this one in because this is all the people are getting off the Algoma, and it was one of the chiefs that still had the U.S. mail on it.
Yep. Looks like was that a blue score in it?
I think it
Looks
was,
like it.
Just a house.
I thought it was just a house sitting there, but
Yeah, it looks like-
a warming
It's
shed
it's
for
on
those
the
guys.
train car, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, Ray told me that this was exhibit that they had, Roy did exhibit, and I just.
That was in the parade, yeah.
Yeah, but this was long before the parade, because the ferries are still running here, so, and that was 56.
Hmm.
And I'm saying that that's the Sheboygan's off to the right, and Straits and Chief.
Chief, now, I was told that, Merle Wolf built that float for the city of Mackinaw, for the parade.
So is that cannon still in the fort?
No, it's on
No,
Marina Lawn.
Marina Lawn.
It's on Marina Lawn, okay.
We could reenact
Sure.
that for you.
What's that?
We'll get you to stand right there and reenact that. We could do that.
So, wait, that was inside the fort, in '56. All right, I have been challenged by a lot of people that downstate said that there was never a campground at Mackinaw City.
Raise your hand if you camped at that campground, people.
And
All right.
when it was foggy, you could hardly sleep with a foghorn going off. Right, yeah. And there's proof, there's the tent that we came up and stayed in, and that you still can see in the row of trees where the cars drove through there. The tree line is still cut away, so. And this is '56 also, the Straits of Mackinaw, and you know, we were on my dad was on a boat when he took it. City of Sheboygan. Petoskey and the Straits. Okay, I haven't been able to find any information about this thing,
Is Christina May?
yeah, but, I mean,
They're going to the Straits Transit. Yeah, Straits Transit.
so they were the ones that, took over the Mackinaw Island, or?
Right,
Yeah.
Or the
the
Straits of
ferry
Mackinaw.
boats.
Yep, yep,
Mhm.
Straits Transit. Yep.
Well, like I said, so that was way in 57, so, that must have been a steel boat then, right?
I think it was.
It was, yeah.
I think it was.
Now, there was two of them.
So that was off,
The Clipper.
that was all before, Shepler was into it, then he was still in the small wooden boats then, huh?
Yes.
Okay. And this is probably the best one I had is, this is the last trip on the, City of Petoskey heading to St. Ignace. And, yeah, how we all got in the wheelhouse, I have no idea, but, there it is, so.
Kid.
I thought that was Don's dad's there, it's not.
It's a wheelsman.
It's a one guy that was, yeah, wheeling the boat. And-
Anybody recognize him? I mean, that's. All right, the captain in the white, is Captain Pat Gallagher, and his grandsons have reached out to me, and, they asked me to scan all the pictures that I had of, their grandpa, and, he was 65 years old, right in this period, and he retired, so he never worked again, so that's why he was, one of the last captains to, do any of the ferrying, over, because the other ones had already started for the state. And, his family have no idea who the woman in the, gloves is. The two guys here, one of them was the longest guy that had worked on a ferry, and, and I'm saying that's the one in the, without the cigarette, and the blue that's right next to the captain. And there he is, signing, and, a few down, you'll see what he signed. Right here. So he signed that, and I mean, what a treasure that is. I mean, he took his time to write that all out, and there was the, and, Governor Williams signed it above it. So it took us, a real late afternoon, to get across the bridge, and, it was like 5:40, and we went northbound. And, that's just a souvenir ticket from the vacation land. And then, in, 58, they got the Coast Guard station, boarded up because all the, instruments went out on the bridge, and it sat there for years, abandoned. I wonder what happened to that sign. Nobody around?
I've never seen it. No.
Is it the lighthouse in the back?
Yeah, yeah.
And, I'm not saying it, this is the first bridge walk. And, so all the other pictures that people have posted out there, I'm saying this.
There's only 83 people who walked the bridge the first time. And that's it right there.
That's pretty amazing.
Yep.
What
They
date was
grew
that?
from there.
Started in St. Ignace or here?
Mackinaw City,
And then what date was that?
25th,
That was,
Of
Which was-
November?
June,
58, right?
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So
Six,
Labor Day walk,
six-
58.
no, June 25th, 1958, just before the dedication. That could have
Was
been
it
a
open
worse
to the
day.
public, or
There was
did they
fog,
have
rain, and,
invitation?
so there's the end of the, this is the St. Ignace side, you can see how foggy it is in the background.
So that's the governor, and
Yes.
and that duck in the middle there, the yellow, that's Don.
Yes,
Don, was it open to the public or just by invitation only?
public,
This wasn't very well known yet. To free press.
Slow.
People might have been afraid of it too.
That's the treasure right there. First bridge walk, and you got your picture taken with
the
the
governor.
governor.
Well, there's even one, continue on a little bit, And that's just, just the article that was in the Grand Rapids Press. All right, this is the pictures that my dad took of the parade, so I thought that guy, those other pictures were on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
Do you think?
It could be, yeah, because there's no houses like that on this side.
Yeah,
So what you're looking at, see the light out there? Latoka's IGA is not there yet. That'd be the corner where Latoka's IGA would be located. So if you go into Latoka's IGA, you go underneath the bridge, you know, there's light out there.
Yeah.
So,
and Roy has all the other pictures. I only have a couple pictures of the parade. My dad took quite a few of the parade too.
and I got them right here if you want. 720 he gave me. Of Mackinaw City, that his dad took.
So you can imagine how long it took me to go through these to get, I think there's about 30 pictures here to get it down to that, so.
Yeah, so,
Good winter project.
yeah.
And I just thought this was, there must have been some dedication at the fort. There was not, my mom took very good notes of all this stuff, but she had nothing specific to this, what was going on here, so.
So above the fort, well, as you're going into the fort, you see that sign up there? It says no cars allowed. Can you imagine that?
Well, since the campground was right there, I would assume.
All right, how about that for, that's me shaking the governor's hands. I mean, how could a little kid get up there nowadays, right? And, through Aaron, he told me that this was the, Canadian, the Honorable, I can't say his name, but he was from Canada.
You guys sat next to him?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, again, we had to come up this way when they decommissioned the Mackinaw, and I was very fortunate that William R. posed there for me, and there he is, so. And they convinced us to take a lighthouse tour the next day because he said he was driving, so show me the next picture. So there he is on the, after the trip with the Mackinaw in the background.
Yeah.
And down where I'm from, quite a few people, went to the pizza place, and I was fortunate enough to, for the 50th year, that I have this picture of him. So
JC.
yeah. So all right. I assumed these were the Straits of Mackinaw pictures, but some people with more knowledge on engine rooms said this is not. So I just put them into anybody to tell me, but we'll probably never identify it because they said it's not the Straits of Mackinaw. And my mom's notes kind of said that we were on the Straits coming back from St. Ignace. I thought I was gonna find a couple 90-year-old people up here that might have, but do you have any engine room pictures?
I don't.
I see you had one in vacation land, that was about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it'd be just in that book, yeah.
so anyway, this is,
Some engine pictures?
yeah, these are all the same, these are all in order, same engine room. All right, my dad was also interested in, we called him Frenchie LeWay, it was really John, right?
Yeah.
And that's him, I don't, this was not the boat that was displayed down in the park, right? This is
I don't think it was.
right.
So this is Judy Randville's, grandfather?
Grandfather.
Grandfather, yeah. Captain LeWay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Careful.
And he built several boats.
Right.
And the last one he built, he was working on it anyways, and it did not finish it. The state park ended up with it. It got down there, out in the open, and it kind of rotted away, and that was the end of it.
Is that the
It
welcome?
went to waste, yeah.
No, it was not the one.
Yeah, no.
So there's just two more pictures of him that, and I just.
That was
Okay,
him building
yeah.
his boat.
Okay, in Grand Rapids, there's a person named Tom Carter that there's a great history of Grand Rapids, and I said to him before, he knew I was coming up here, I says, can you show me a couple of train engines that ran up here, and he's got, I think, about 4 pictures, so any of you remember this one? I mean, he said that stayed up here a long time to switch. And
176 was another one.
and there it is unloading the, and that was the, what was it, the, 1280, yep.
RS2 or RS3.
And, he's pretty proud of this picture, that's the old depot, right?
Correct.
So, and then he said that, these engines were always broke down. Is that
They
true?
were leased, yeah.
Yes, they were like,
Yes,
yep,
they were.
that's what he
Yeah,
said.
they leased them, yeah.
And they were Baldwins.
Yeah, yeah. So that was the last one.
That's the last
Yeah.
one. So, like I said, he has more pictures, but I sorted them out to that to, keep the press, keep you interested in what I had, and there you go, so.
700 more.
Well, there's 720 more of his pictures I got, and they're really interesting. I mean, it's all Mackinaw City Bridge, the ferries, even some of Main Street. That'd be another lecture series here, showing some more of Don's pictures.
Sure.
Yep.
Now, while we have you here, anybody in the audience, do you have any questions for our illustrious panel? That would be
Or
up there.
stories to share.
Sure, yeah, we're here for stories. We wanna
This
hear your
goes both
stories.
ways, I don't think it's just us 3.
All right, Bill, go ahead.
Just a quick story about Frank Kelly. When I went on the Park Commission in 2012, Frank Kelly had been on the Park Commission quite a while and had been previously the Attorney General for the state of Michigan. In the 1990s, they were trying to get rid of him as the Attorney General. And because they had this young lady that they were trying to groom for governor. So they wanted her to run for Attorney General first. And if she could win the Attorney Generalship, they figured she could then win the governorship. So one of the things they offered Frank Kelly to give up the Attorney Generalship was a seat on the Mackinac Island State Park Commission. So Frank was on the State Park Commission for quite a while. And one of the things was toward the last, I can't remember exactly what year he went off, but toward the end, we'd be working on some issue, and he would say, "That reminds me." And he'd start telling stories about this stuff, about the bridge, and about Mackinaw City, about Mackinac Island. He was a very interesting guy. I think he was 89 or 90 when he left the commission. But that supposedly is a true story about how he got his seat on the Mackinac Island State Park Commission. And of course, the young woman was Jennifer Green.
Sure. Anybody else have any stories?
Well, you got a story back on the city.
You gotta have stories. Okay, Mary, this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
All the crickets are out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, I wanna know, your father is Ken Tyson?
Yeah, right.
Okay. And do you have a brother who runs the?
No more brothers, no. I had one.
Oh, so you run the gift shop? That's
Yeah.
your gift shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do I run it? That's my wife. I sign the checks, but I don't know a whole lot about it.
My sister used to work at Tyson's cafeteria when it was,
Okay, sure.
and that must have been in the late 40s, or it must have been in the late 40s.
It's before my time, so. Like I told Roy, we got talking, reminiscing, and I think this happens to everybody, is whether you're talking about Mackinac or wherever you were as a 3, 4, 5-year-old, you can just remember little flashbacks of things. But I remember the state dock and the vacation land and how, what a massive ship it was, and enjoyed going down and watching the perch fishermen down there catching perch. And now Roy tells me about the ice, cutting ice, and it seemed like I would be old enough to remember that, but I don't remember that. Roy, when was the last ballpark when they stopped cutting ice on the,
Well, that's another story.
it is, but it's part of
Honestly,
reminiscing,
I got
too.
an 11-minute video of Don Bell cutting ice in the Straits of Mackinaw, when Don had Bell's Fishery, we first moved here in 1949. I have a video, 11 minutes long, and it shows them out there cutting the ice and bringing it in, gathering it. I tried to find it for tonight, and I cannot find it. So that's gonna have to be another time.
True, but when was the last year?
Well, he moved to Mackinaw in 1949, Don Bell started Bell's Fishery, Don Bell's Fishery, because it was Bell's Fishery on Sheboygan River, and you had to call it Don Bell's Fishery, until 1954, when Sheboygan City, Sheboygan bought Bell's Fishery in Sheboygan River, and then Don changed the name from Don Bell's Fishery to Bell's Fishery here in Mackinaw. There's no more Bell's Fishery in Sheboygan, so he went from Don Bell's to Bell's. But he come up, he cut ice, he delivered coal. And when he was cutting the ice, now I got a big book, Bell's Fishery book. It's got all kinds of old pictures in it, and in this book, he's in his handwriting, in 1964, he says, I'm done cutting ice because he said we put our first ice machine in, Bell's Fishery, for packing fish. Before they used to have the big blocks of ice, conveyor belt, go on top of the Bell's Fishery roof, drop it down into a chute, and they had the big crusher there to grind it up, and the ice would fall down into a bin. So that's how they packed their fish. Plus they sold ice to the railroad and all over the park. So yeah, so 1964 is when they put the first ice machine in Bell's Fishery for packing.
So that implies they were cutting ice in 63, 2, 1.
Yep.
All that. See, I don't remember that. I seem like I should, but
the video's pretty neat.
And I'm saying Louise were cutting ice out there too,
Those-
because
yeah.
he had a huge barn all full of sawdust that was piled with ice, because he sold it to wilderness, the campers in the state park, so. My parents never bought any ice from him, but I was in that ice house, I can tell you that much. And,
I remember the cold.
and cold, yes.
And where was that at, Don? What ice house?
Well, in Wilderness State Park,
Yes.
beyond that, he built that store for his daughter. And the ice house was just west of that.
Leanne, is there any comments from the, okay, go ahead, she's got a comment, go ahead.
No, I don't comment, I have a question. I wanna know if this is a real thing, or whether this is just a bunch of hooey. Were there Christmas trees that were laid over to Mackinaw? That's real?
It's real.
Yeah, they still do that.
That's an ice bridge. It's called an ice bridge.
Yeah, they still do that.
When the ice freezes over, they send a guy out, drilling different holes, make sure it's thick enough for them to ride snowmobiles across to the island. So with the holes he drilled was safe, he put a tree all the way to the island. That way the snowmobilers follow the tree line all the way to the island. You know it's safe.
Was there from Mackinaw and St. Ignace?
Just St.
No,
Ignace.
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
St. Ignace.
That
Shorter route.
No, it's because the ice didn't freeze in the channel. Across the strait, and they got boats, and they have boats run through there all the time, so.
One other quick, when I lived in Sault Ste. Marie as a little kid, from the 40s into 1952, we crossed the ferries constantly. All my relatives were down in Iowa, so in order to get there, we'd have to go down and around, and so we were on those ferries constantly. And we'd get in those huge lines, and my brother and I would immediately jump out of the car and head for the hamburger shops. And I found out years later that two of the young men that we kind of got to know in those shops were Greg's dad, Ken Tyson, and Jerry Pryor. And both of whom we worked on extensively with the Historic Society. So I came back in 1997. So from 1952, 45 years later, I ran into the guys who were selling me hamburgers.
First I've heard that story.
Greg, tell me a little bit about the first time we talked about St. Helena Island. You called it Snake Island. Can you talk to me about that?
Poison Ivy Island, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Full backside.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, why, as far as the snake and, well, obviously the snakes. Now, I don't know my what's a snake expert called? Snakeologist? I don't know if it's snakes, but I just remember there was probably garter snakes or water snakes. My dad, parents, were into boating, and we would get up early in the morning and boat over to the island to have breakfast. We did that at St. Helena, Rowan Island, occasionally Mackinaw Island. So anyway, we'd have breakfast there, and the kids, they screw around, throw rocks in the water and stuff like that. And so after breakfast, we would see all kinds of snakes and so forth. So we spent a fair amount of time at St. Helena.
On the back side of St. Helena's, if you go around, there's a beautiful sand beach back there, a bay with a beautiful sand beach. And there was also the remains of an old barrel stave factory that used to be on St. Helena's Island. And we parked the boat there. You gotta kind of watch out for the rocks going in, but parked the boat there once, started in, and there was literally poison ivy over your head. I have never seen, well, Mary Ann could probably tell us about the poison ivy. I've never seen anything like it. Literally poison ivy head high.
All the green is feet high. Yeah, the north shore, north side of the island is a beautiful harbor. Our last sailing days, I had a little day sailor, which I really missed. But anyway, we'd sail in, and even though it had a centerboard, you could get real close to the shore. So that's another memory of St. Helena. And we'd sort of play around the lighthouse. It was boarded up in pretty bad shape.
Kathy Schoon suggested that, climb up that ladder.
I would have.
I know. Now, if you don't have any other questions, we have lots of pictures all around the room that we invite you to page through and look, and you may want to be here for a while as well. But do you have any more comments, gentlemen? Any more questions? No, I hear the bell toll early, but we're going to stop the program for you to be able to get up and talk to these gentlemen about their photos and the different ones around the room. I'd like you to go with me and say thank you to Roy, Don, and to Greg. And leave the camera running so you can hear all the stories that you guys are talking.
Yes, pictures of mostly courtesy of these two gents.
Yeah. Roy's whole house is here. Come on and get up.
I just picked a few off the floor, though I did.
Yeah.
I didn't get
After we left up there in 1952, I never crossed the bridge again.
That's right. You know, these events are great. You can sit with just one person and listen to them. Listen to gobs of stories from you. You see, I don't get these. Okay, you can go out right up to the field. This is important. Do you still have any of those coins? Do you have any memorabilia from those, voting days?
We moved
Sure, come ask.
No, we've been keeping it open. My husband passed away. We used to go to Florida for the whole winter. I'm not going down there anymore.
Yes, John Child and Art Smith both did a lot of videos.
Where did you go? New Smyrna Beach.
There it sits. There it sits.
And
I hope that you're back in.
and also CDs of music. So I don't know if
Always nice to get away from the
what's his name again? Art Smith. He was on the Water Beach Association. Yes, he was. He's in the Mackinaw Memories book I picked up. Yes. And he, I occasionally see him on Facebook. That was years ago. So I remember the name, he lived on Long Beach and he collected, not just sounds, but pictures and sounds of the area. And I think
All right,
he's,
I was gonna say, this could be a good
was
party.
from the Ohio? Right, yes, but now that you mention it, I remember that association, a lot of minutes of the association minutes.
Swimming or something.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job.
Yes. Ted. Angela says it's all
Well, the only
right.
man we have here now is Ted. But,
Sure, Angie said it's okay.
He's been here maybe about 5 years. But I have heard of it too with the women's club that a lot of people.
I think I met you once.
Thank you. The Michigan one was amazing. And what I like is that.
Came and say hi to me while I was having dinner one night.
You probably have a signed copy of it back on your copy.
Yeah.
Yes, of course you do. You gotta have one. I bought Pete Smith's and so
I remember, so my dad's uncle was
because she wanted to have a shot up here. I'm looking at the notes of the women to see if there's references.
So when I was little, I would come up to visit, and I remember him saying, I didn't go to the post office and pick up the mail. You want to drive?
We have these things like they all said.
10 years old.
Not everything.
Oh, you could drive. You could drive, so I'd sit on his lap.
Who's got that
And I would kind of steer or whatever.
It doesn't make sense.
And,
And then every second over they might have
we
some.
parked by the post
That's all
office.
historians are.
He had this big old car, I forgot what it was. Yeah. But he lived in China. We'd get out and he just shut up. Go to the post office and then he'd see somebody new.
No, but it also
Get to talking. While we're here, I need to go down here and get something. That would be an hour or so later and the car would still be running. It was probably a nickel a gallon. But yeah, that's a good car.
Well, I like Sister Chris goes, Angie, you need to come spruce up the sidewalk, because that's your original sidewalk. It's in the backyard, nobody sees it, so we can cover it. 3 years, I go clean it all off, and you know, in chalk, I write down, you know. Oh, no, well, that's a different sidewalk, because it's by the church, so there's a piece here, but yes, the ones in front, people tell me, first it was plank, then it was cement, and then because of erosion and people rebuilding and changing, we were just basically the sidewalk. It used to be beautifully, walk from the fort to McGowan
I live in North Detroit area.
Yeah, the boardwalk. And did you ever stop at the little store that was there? Yes. Yep. My friend bought that property and they moved that. And we still have a freshwater spigot kind of along there as well. To spring. It's there. Yeah. And you'll see it where the cement, where the cemetery is. You'll see it.
It's still there.
Right there. Property. No one lives on it because we don't own the property. So that's where.
Stuff that you read.
Yeah, I just got there like in the late 1970s. I just read the history of Michigan.
Enbridge doesn't run through our area, it's closer to McGowan, but yeah. And it's just so neat to see, I love pictures of McGowan, like, of how you used to go up on the rock and get to the rock. Oh, good.
Going on, gift shows or where
You would see things to buy, to buy, to sell in your shop.
I'm so glad it was saved, you know, that's the nice part about it.
Lighthouse. I remember going up there and I remember getting a color by number, you know, and reading this.
So, okay, so say your name to me again, your first last name.
But the Becky Bond.
Becky Bond from here, and you live on what part of Long Beach?
The one that says hi,
vendors from companies mostly this one. Same with North. They were green.
I didn't hear about this high school boyfriend. No, you said after high school. So, after college.
Yeah, I'm not sure they have.
They don't have it in North, so they moved the Lansing. We went there.
And see, those are the stories that people love to record or talk about it, and I just, what was the cottage built? Was it your family built the cottage? Did you buy it from somebody? Yeah, you're a retired librarian, I take it? No, I'm not retired yet. I'm a retired teacher for 6 years, and I love the program because I don't do home ec anymore.
I was thinking we all need that.
Oh, everybody loves it. I still get messages from parents saying, thanks for teaching my kids how to cook because now they know how to make lasagna and eggs and stir fry and everything. But that's the best part about it. I'm glad you were here when we had this talk because sometimes we have programs that are specific. The last program we had so many people afterwards tell stories. He says, why don't we just do lots of stories? Okay, so are you on Facebook?
I just retired.
If you're on our page, the flyers have it on the bottom.
I don't,
Friend of mine in Mackinaw.
I'll try to, I don't look at it very often, but I'll also find it.
If you are a member of the Historical Society, you could get email too. Let me get you a brochure.
But anyway, you're right.
You'll be good at it too.
The sign?
That's what I do.
Yesterday.
I'll get you a brochure. Have them sign up and then $25 and then you become members every year and then you're on the list. Okay? So we get 2 newsletters and we have monthly emails.
They've been coming up and then what, and your parents saw the for sale sign on the cottage in they bought it in 1962. Every year.
I was born in '62, so I get it. So that's the best part. And see, that's the story. I love them. I'm on Milwaukee Beach. I'm all the way down to the end. It's a White House, has Rose in the garage. And then, right by a public access that goes right down to the water. Yes, thank goodness. The hill house. Copper Lantern, that's Peg Smith. Yes, Peg Smith owned the sign of the Copper Lantern. We saved the Copper Lantern from the store that's on my shed. And how, the same type of story, we were planning on moving to the water. We had a house, we had road pools. And I'm a retired teacher, my husband still works. He won't give up either. He's a limestone guy, so we moved right in. Oh my goodness. I think that's a Guinness World Book of Records. So it just happenstance, you know, Peg's family felt that I was just like Peg and they wanted us to have to try to buy it before cemeteries are down. They didn't want it turned down and they knew that we would appreciate it. So we sold 2 houses to get one. And we're here, we're pretty much here. Let me get you a card. It's not when you're oh, I bet it's not. No. It's definitely not.
Yeah, it was the second job for me.
I'm sure one of those things, bridge, you can see a lot of the bridge, and you can see the screen things there.
These are great, I like these because I can relate to
Street wide.
That was it right there, and then pictures of it hang out there.
Yeah, it's a very clear history. You know, it's more than just the town. More like the history of the town.
That's why one of the things because we don't have this, they have to
You have to switch them. All three was here for 1492 or
I see the British history, the French history.
the French,